Welcome, everybody, to the August Insiders Call. Dance. Oh. As long as this elevator music's up, I'm feeling it. Let's go. As soon as I said that, it quickly got cut. Whoever's doing the production, nice work. I close the eye and start staring. You know you're in trouble. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching us live, if you're watching us recorded, we appreciate that you're here. My name is Rick Bosley. I'm the managing partner of the Brevard and Space Coast offices of Keller Williams, and we've got our great team here and a fantastic guest. So, dream team and guest, want to give yourselves a quick introduction so we know who we're talking to. Meaghan?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Meaghan. I'm the team leader over here at Keller Williams Space Coast.
Woot, woot. Dora?
Good morning, everybody. I am the team leader over at Keller Williams Realty Brevard in Melbourne, Florida.
All right, and then we've got Miss Nicole. Nicole, give us a little bit of you can give it a little more meat to yours since you're our special guest here. Who are you and why are you here today?
Well, good morning.
Oh, imagine the energy. Thank you. I love it.
Great. We just got fired from this call. Yeah. Nicole will be on here permanently.
I've got a new co-host.
Good morning, everyone. I am Nicole Evans, and I am so excited to be here today. I am a broker associate with Keller Williams Realty Brevard, and also the founder and owner of DTW School of Real Estate. And I'm excited to be here with you guys today.
All right, I love it.
We love it.
So you're going to be wearing two hats. First one, we are going to break down the market as we do every month on the Insider Call, and you're going to have your agent hat on and talk about what you're feeling and seeing in the market and how is it showing up. And then we're going to talk and highlight and spotlight you a little bit as a vendor partner in real estate school with us. Awesome. So thanks for jumping on here. Before we get into the numbers, does it feel strange to anybody else that it's August?
Yes.
Very.
Yes. It's like, where did the year go?
It flew by. Last week, my executive assistant on our team says we need to block a time for our 2027 business planning. I had a team leader say, can we book you in September for business planning clinic? It's like, we are already now thinking about 2027. So how are you guys, or what advice do you have for our agents to say, and this is that balance of how do we finish? Because, I mean, we're barely in the third quarter, right? There's so much. But if we blink, it's going to be gone. And we need things that are contract by Thanksgiving to close for this year. And Thanksgiving is just 2.5, 3 months away. So I don't know, when is that? 3 months away, right? Yeah.
I'm pretending that's not true. So
yeah, I mean, you will be singing Jingle Bells in less than 90 days, Dora.
Oh, you're killing me.
It's wild, right? So
yeah. How
do you, every year, this is not your first year of the third and fourth quarter, how do you stay focused on the task at hand, yet also have the foresight to think ahead? What does that balance look like and feel like for you guys? Just want to hear from you.
I would say the foresight to think ahead is just knowing what our market is in Brevard County. And then it's commonly known that, okay, we're just coming out of the summer months where everything has just been like, really, really fast paced. And we know that going towards the end of the year, December, typically it starts slowing down. So we have that famous saying, you want to, finish strong. So it's basically just staying, on the ground, making sure that you're keeping in contact with your clients and that you're out there being visible and making sure that you're having conversations that are going to, convert later on down the road. Because like we said, we want to get our focus in right now because we know typically towards the end of the year, it's going to start slowing down. So keep your feet to the ground.
Foot to the ground, eyes on the prize, right? Mm-hmm. Anything to add to that, Meaghan or Dora? What you guys do, just your own discipline or mindset?
For me, is just making sure that I'm doing my top 20% every day and not letting my foot off the gas, because I know if I'm staying in that lane of the 20%, then I'm going to be where I need to be. Not losing sight of that.
And your 20%, not only are your top 20% agents, it's your big rocks. So everyone has their own big rocks in their business, their industry, whether you're selling houses or starting real estate schools or fixing wiring and plumbing and the mechanics for cars. Everyone has their big rocks. So you stay focused on the big rocks. Good. Anything to add to that, Dora?
I just think consistency always wins, regardless of what kind of market we're in for everyone. It's always just doing the right activities, and just consistently doing it.
Consistency always wins. I didn't know I was going to tee myself up, but it does a good reminder to say annualized thinking can be a kryptonite. We even started the call by going, the year is almost done and the year is wrapping up. And that's defaulting to annualized thinking. So I encourage you guys, listen out there, stop annualized thinking, start 12-week year thinking. And if we think about the third quarter that we're in right now, it's July 1st to September 30th. We are, 3 days away from halftime of Q3. August 15th becomes halftime of Q3. So how are we doing for Q3? This is what we focus on. It's not that we've got 3.5 months until the year is over. Is that we've got 45 days until the quarter is over. Then we reset. And so the closings or the large lagging indicators of a KPI are a 12-week measure, a quarterly measure. And then the middle is a monthly. And then the leading indicators become weekly and daily. Consistency there. All right. See, wasn't that fun? Nice intro. Now, Nicole, you had a perfect segue because you said we got to watch the market. So let's look at the market real quick. Ladies, Hannah and Sarah, if you could pop up that data cycle for us so we can share the screen. And let's talk about what's happening in Brevard in the real estate market. Now, this was pulled from the Flex Market Snapshot where they give all those beautiful graphs and charts. And I took that and I put it into a Claude prompt that we had built in a skill. And with that, I made it into a nice little presentation through Notebook. So we're leveraging and we're doing things. The data is directly fed from it. I did do the timeline of specifically looking and reading July, and it does month over month, year over year. And then a little bit of our multi-year trends within the office as well. So when you're seeing this data, if you're going, where did it come from? Where's the source of it? It came from Keller Williams multi-year trends, and it came from SCAR market reports. The headline is a 9-month squeeze. So for 9 consecutive months, the market's been tightening. When we look at August of last year, and one of my favorite metrics to look at is what they've done here, which is the absorption rate. We were at 5.41 months. And now we're at 4.33 months of absorption, which doesn't seem significant when you go down a month. But when you say, holy smokes, the absorption rate has dropped 21.5%, that feels. So when we're looking at this, if people aren't understanding what absorption rate indicates, it's supply and demand. If we take a look at our active listings of how many of them are selling each month, if we don't take any new listings, it would take currently 4.33 months and our inventory would be gone. That's our demand given our current supply. Last year it would have taken 5.41 months. So economics says that we are going into more of a tightening market, which is going to be more of a seller's market. If we're in a seller's market, prices go up. This isn't radical. Honestly, I think anything between 4 and 6 is pretty balanced, pretty stable. When we were in 2021, we were less than 1 month inventory. We were about 22 days inventory. And I call that the Hunger Games of real estate. If you were selling real estate, you know what I'm talking about. 17 written offers, and just please take this offer. I'll waive the appraisal and I'll give you my car. Or out of that, Nicole, talk to me. Do you feel like the market is tightening and picking up a little bit and houses are moving quicker and buyers have to kind of put a stronger foot forward? Are you feeling this 21% drop in absorption rate?
I will say, honestly, most of my business that I do is in the southern part of Brevard County in Palm Bay, and I'm really not feeling that so much here. And the reason why I say that is because of just the inventory that we have here with new construction. A lot of homes are staying on the market a lot longer here in the Palm Bay area, and buyers have more of a selection where they can say, okay, if they don't want to accept my offer, I'll just go to the house that's down the road. So that's what I'm experiencing here in the southern part of Brevard County.
I don't have that number yet. I think we can do that for future, is not only do a price bracket, because I did a price bracket absorption rate, we can do a territorial absorption rate. It'd be interesting to see that absorption rate there. Let's move to the next one. Of the actual numbers show us that we have 4,800 active listings right now, slightly less than what we had in June. Our median sales price is $365. I like using median versus average, especially these big homes on the water. They can really skew an average, but they don't really skew median. So median is going to be your more truer indicator of what's it doing, and it's flat year over year. 365 has remained pretty steady and stable throughout it. Sales price to list price ratio also flat month over month, 97.2%. Do you find, Nicole, and we hear this, I still hear it. I still sell houses over in the Central Florida area, that sellers need to list it slightly higher to leave room for negotiation. This is a common thought that many sellers still have. Well, I agree with this price, but I'm going to list it here so we can leave room for negotiation. Do you hear that a lot, or is that just a thing that we're hearing?
I hear that a lot, and I always try to advise my clients that in this market we're in right now, you have to price strategically. And going by that old adage of trying to leave room for negotiation, you're going to negotiate yourself out and they're going to choose another home. So it's best to list at the right price so that you can sell your home as quickly as possible and still get the most value.
Yeah. Any thoughts to add to that, Meaghan or Dora? I see a nod in the head. You agree with her there. Anything to add?
No, I agree. I mean, price to sell, not to sit, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's where when we look at 97.2, we're still under 3% negotiation. Right? And some of those are going to be at list price, and some of those, I know 2 months ago, we looked and said houses that are under contract in the first 21 days are like 99.5, and over 21 days are closer to 94%. So it's priced it right within the first 21 days. Exactly right. Okay, and then we sold 1,200 listings, or 1,200 sold listings off the market last month, which is seasonal cooling, down 10.3%. Does Brevard County have a seasonality like that? I know it's very much a snowbird area, right? It's what drives it? And I share this because I've sold some homes over in Daytona Beach, or if it were in Palm Beach County, and the snowbirds have an effect. I grew up in Wellington and big polo grounds there, and season in Wellington was November to April. And that's when things got busy. So what would you say is the season when real estate could be expected to move here, and what's driving that? Any one of the three of you have a thought on that? Meaghan, I'm going to go to you. You're the seasoned veteran. I don't know how long Nicole's been here, but you've been here for a minute. What do you think is the season for Brevard, and what drives the most activity?
Well, I think just the industry that we have here. We are snowbird season here as well, as far as typically November to April, the snowbirds come. But not all of them are buying. A lot of them are just coming to rent and possibly looking for the future to buy. So I definitely think it's industry that is driving.
It's going to be SpaceX and military, and that's driving more than the beach side. Nicole, you agree with that? Right on the head.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And being prior military here, we have our Patrick Space Force base. And then we also have the big companies like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin. So a lot of the relocation is going to take place in your spring and summer months because they're taking children into consideration, having to change schools and things of that nature. So I believe because of our military community, and then also because of the aerospace industry that we have in this community as well. Our heavy market is in the spring and summertime. And then like we're seeing now, we start to see a slowing down as we get closer to the winter months.
Okay, good to look out for. So we talked about this and what this means. Average days in market, 63 days. The cumulative days in market, about 89 days. So set and manage expectations. Those are both slightly faster, which makes sense, right? Down 7%, down 9%. And when the absorption rate goes down, the days at market should also go down. That's just supply and demand, and they get filled up faster. Doesn't mean that it can't be priced right, but still price it correctly there. The cost of waiting, this is more for agents to see their, Meaghan, I hear a little bit of feedback. I think it's your microphone. I don't know if you're moving or, there you go. Cost of waiting to see saw essentially the interest rates, people who are waiting for interest rates to go down. And the interest rates are where they're at. It's a very stable economy right now. The interest rates, if they hit the 4s, I'll be wildly surprised. Something has to happen. The 5s, you can still get down there in the 5s with certain incentives, certain programs. Even new construction, I'm going to ask you, Nicole, we were finding new construction used to be almost an unfair playing ground with their mortgage rates. And at least in Central Florida, they've kind of balanced off that even new construction sitting in the 4s and 5s as well, not the 2s and 3s that it was just even 6 to 8 months ago. Are you finding that as well with your new construction down there in Palm Bay?
Yes, the new construction is just as you said.
It's balanced out. So stop waiting for interest rates. I really don't hear that objection anymore. So I think that's old news that people are waiting for interest rates to go down. At the end of the day, they're not going to go down, and there's incentives and there's buy downs and there's hometown heroes is very relevant right now. There's about $35 million still, I think, hometown hero grants, which is for first responders and teachers, and utilize that there. This was the price point. And when I mentioned I wanted a geographical graph, that we do have the price point graph. And this breaks down a little bit of what you have with your months of supply. And you can see from 300 to 500, it's even tighter. It's less than 4 months supply. Buyers go out there. The good ones are going to still sell at list price or real close to it. Doesn't mean you're going to get above median price. Doesn't mean you're going to be above appraised value. But it should be able to go fast. You should be able to price it right and get it under contract in the first week or so. You'd agree with that? Okay. I hope so. This is where we did. So looking at our multi-year trends, I'm going to talk to you, Dora, real quick. Let's look at the left column, KW Brevard, Melbourne, which where you're the team leader at. So we had 83 closed units, which is a growth, 3.75 month over month. So your volume went up. So you did 33 million in volume closed. And your average price point was right around 400,000. What are you seeing, or what are you feeling in terms of the agents, the activity? Maybe it's agents who, what they're finding, what's working for them, best sources. Just what insight do you have as a team leader?
I just think the feedback I always get is that, you know, if you're pricing it right for your sellers, it's just they're not lasting. They're being sold fast. I mean, that's not changing. And I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of our agents truly pricing homes right, and so they're just next one up, right? You get that one sold, you move on because everything's moving fast. So it's interesting because it puts everybody back, including your buyers, including your sellers. When you go to price a home and it's way over what it should be, So yeah,
it just makes conversations harder in the future
does.
there. When I looked here, we can look sold listings noted as seasonal cooling, 1207 down 10%, yet this office is up 3.75. So where the market is suppressing, this market is our market center is thriving. So way to go there. Okay, Meaghan, now 63 agents, 28 closings, and of those 6.67 is down. When the market is down 10 and you're down 6.5, you're outpacing the market by 3.5%. We're gaining market share still there. The big indicator that I see is you've got 11.6% growth in volume. Your average price point is up about 20%. Is that a one-off, or are you finding more luxury agents, or do you have some farming happening? What's going on?
Just truly, I believe it's farming. The agents are picking an area from this market center. Our agents in this market center are picking an area, and that's the area that they're sticking to.
Yeah. So seeing that consistent farm going up, who would you say is some of your strongest farmers that you've got your market center?
For sure, 100%. Olivia Capizzi, Julie Jones, and Waylon Duff. They consistently farm the same areas.
So any agents out there that want to learn how to become neighborhood experts or zip code experts, maybe reach out to any of those people who you're seeing are getting that consistency out there. And I said the word, but it's really all it is adding value, building relationships consistently over time with people, whether those people are your neighbors, whether those people are your coworkers, whether those people are your little league roster. It's consistently adding value, building relationships over time. That's going to build raving fans. Beautiful. All right, on the ground with Nicole. So Nicole, you're the owner now and founder of DTW School of Real Estate. I love the tip of the hat to DTW. So tell everyone what DTW stands for.
So DTW is the initials of my late grandfather, Douglas T. Williams.
I love it. So why did you choose DTW in terms of your school? Was he a teacher? Was he passionate about this? Is he just a man that you want to, help create a legacy? Why, of all the names you could have you chose to honor him?
Yes. So he was heavily into real estate, and I did not realize how much of an influence he had on me as it relates to real estate until much later in life. And so this is one of the reasons why I wanted to use his initials, is because even though he did not sit me down and teach me about real estate, there are a lot of things that I caught from him. So there's a saying that says some things, can't be taught, they have to be caught. And so I caught a lot of things from him as it relates to investing in real estate. He owned multiple properties in Southern Florida, in Delray Beach. And before he passed away, some of those properties, he worked a deal with the city to have those properties turned into historical sites where they would never be destroyed. So my great-great-grandmother's house is a historical site in Delray Beach because she was the first what do you call it when they deliver babies? I can't think of the name they used back then, but she was the first. Oh, it escapes me, but it'll come to me later on. But she was the first one of those in Delray Beach. And so it's called the Williams House. And right now, elementary school, they have field trips to visit that house. And then he also owned a property that was the house of the first African-American principal in Delray Beach, Florida. He bought that home, used it for years as a boarding house, and that property he sold to the city to be a historical site also. So two of the properties that my grandfather owned, they're still standing today and supposedly will not be destroyed because they are classified as a historical site in Delray Beach, Florida. So that's just a little bit of the things that he did, and I caught that from him. So with the DTW School of Real Estate, it is just honoring his legacy, and then being a person that loves to teach. I want to be able to teach people how to do this real estate business and win at it.
I love it. That was much more than I even thought. That's a cool story, and I think Hannah helped us out in the comment section. Midwife. Is that what you were going for? A midwife for the baby delivery?
Midwife, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah for the win. Midwife.
Thank you. Yes, she was the first midwife in Delray Beach, Florida.
No, I love it. Okay, so you're still selling real estate, yet you've got this school now, and we are partnering with you, and you're partnering with Keller Williams, yet you're not exclusive to Keller Williams. You're open to anybody who wants to do school. So your first kickoff, I believe, is going to be the 45-hour post-education that's happening in September. Is that right?
October.
Okay, give us those dates and give us how people can sign up or learn more information.
All right. So the dates for that is going to be October 7th through the 18th. So it's over 3 weekends. And I wanted to make it accessible to those agents that are probably dual career. So having the class during the week, during business hours would not fit their schedule. And then also for agents who just don't want to take a whole week off out of their business to attend a 45-hour mandatory course that they have to take. So it's just something that's going to be, I think, what the public needs, because weekend classes for the 45-hour post-sales associate, those are not offered that often. So I think it's going to be a great benefit. Now, how people can register you can go to dtwscore.com. That is the website, and you will see that there are online courses, in-person courses. So just click on the post license, and then it will let you know how to register. They can also reach me by email if you have any questions at info@dtwscore.com. And I'm just so excited about it. Rick, Dora, Meaghan, I just want to thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to be on here today, and then to also partner at the Market Center to host the classes there. I mean, wow, it's amazing.
I love it. It's a win-win. So the first one we know is 45 hours, yet many of us are beyond the 45 hours, and September 30th is coming around the blink of an eye. And so we need to do our 14-hour continuing education every other year. So if you, I might even be due for that. So I'm going to be going to your site and registering September 30th. Around September 27th, I decide I'm going to go make that happen. So it'll be a late registration, yet I'll get there.
Yes, so
you guys are like
24/7 access. If you need those 14 continuing eds, dtwscore.com, sign up, and we got you squared away.
I love it. Beautiful. So stay tuned for that. And then as you guys are listening to this, we are still doing a partnership with you, and we'll formalize it, but a way that agents or future agents, if they sign up for real estate school through you and they choose to join one of our 2 offices, we will reimburse them for the school as well. Truly a win-win-win. They have skin in the game. They get through with it. If they choose to align a partner, we'll reimburse them out of that so everyone can feel like they're winning. So a great partnership there as well. Beautiful. Well, thank you for jumping on. Thank you for joining us here. Here's the playbook for you guys who are out there listening. The buyer playbook. Inventory is shrunk for 9 straight months. We don't know when it'll stop. Seasonality might kick in. It might plateau. It might creep up. But waiting rarely means you have more choices. Rates ticked up to 6.74. It's going to stay in the 6s. Act decisively. Act quick. If you like the house, if you love the house, go put a strong offer in, especially in that $300,000 to $500,000 range. You guys agree with that play? Yes. Seller playbook. Absorption rate is down. Homes are selling 10% faster. They are off the market, but do not get greedy. Pigs get fat. Hogs get slaughtered, right? So we're not going to get...
Can we come up with a different analogy? That was just very graphic.
But you won't forget it.
You're right.
Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. So let's not get too greedy. Let's still price it within that market. Let's get it out there fast, and we can get that price point even down, because 63 days honestly feels like an eternity. I'm not sure if you guys have sold a house, but 63 days feels like an eternity, and that's the average. So we've got to push it way down for that. So the play for that is going to be the market's fundamentally shifted your way. Price sharply, 300 to 400. If you're there, then good. Then make it still look sharp. Make it the best looking house. I say there's 4 plays with every house you're going to do. First, you have to fix it up. No, clean it up first. So it's got to be clean. That's a non-negotiable. Clean it up. Then we're going to fix it up. Then we're going to update it. Then we're going to upgrade it. So clean it, non-negotiable. Fix it up, I would. It's your best ROI. So if you've got a hole in the wall, get someone to repair that. Then update it. Let's get rid of the old stuff and put in the new stuff and upgrade it. You usually will not find an ROI if you're trying to flip on an upgrade, because you're not going to get that money back for the crown molding or for the expensive appliances or for the quartz versus the old granite. So updating is a personal decision. I hear this a lot from people. Well, what's the resale value? I'm like, you're not moving for 14 years. What do you care about resale value for? So I think updates are personal. Upgrades are personal decision. Updates, depending on how dated it is, can be valuable, but definitely clean it up, fix it up. There you go. Sellers, there's the wisdom there. Here is the recap of what we've done. What's that, Nicole?
I said, and price it right.
Price it right. No doubt. Okay, so here's your recap for you. If you were taking notes, or if you're driving, pull over, take your screenshot. This is what you want to recap. Absorption rate, 4.3 months. Can you explain that to your buyers? Can you explain that to your sellers? The market is tightening. In fact, it's down about 21% absorption rate. The tightest price point is that 300,000 to 400,000. I'm going to go ahead and stack the next one, 300,000 to 500,000. Your median price points right there as well. We are closing 111 units last month. Interest rate 6.74. The quiz was which office saw a 20% price jump in that Space Coast, 20% price jump in median home price, which is massive. So again, that luxury market, which is cool. Month to month drop in days on market, it dropped 7%. They're going faster, and that's across the entire county. And then thank you for joining us, Miss Nicole Evans,
Thanks for having me.
DTW School of Real Estate. If you guys are wondering, SCORE stands for School of Real Estate. Not everyone knows that. So it's Donald, right? No, Douglas T. Williams School
Correct.
of Real Estate.
Yes.
There you go. Douglas T. Williams School of Real Estate, DTW SCORE. Beautiful. That's all I have for today. Let me remove this from the studio. Beautiful. Ladies, anything else you want our audience to hear as we sign off? And until next time. We need a cool tagline. Go ahead, Meaghan.
I would just say, everybody take one statistic that you learned from today and just use it to have at least 5 conversations. Just we're giving you the information. We're giving you some tools. Just take it and run with it.
Perfect. Great action. Great takeaway.
I mean, if they know their stats, you can't really argue with the facts, right? So you got to know it.
Can't argue with it.
Mm-hmm.
Math doesn't lie. People lie. Numbers don't. Nicole, anything final thoughts?
And just be the best version of yourself for your clients. They already have selected you. They trust you. So just be you.
And you guys kind of summed up what the trust triangle embodies, which is logic, which is what Meaghan said. It is authenticity, and it is empathy. To your clients, be logical, be authentic, have empathy. You'll build that trust. You'll do great things. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Join us next month. We're going to do it a second Tuesday of every month at 11 o'clock for the Insiders Call. We'll have a new special guest on there. And by that time, everyone will already signed up for DTW SCORE to get their CE credits and to refer an agent over to the school and to Keller Williams. Thanks for jumping on, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a dance. I'm going to leave the studio.